What's up, high jumpers? It's Dontavious Hill, three-time Team USA high jumper, four-time SEC medalist, five-time All-American. And yeah, guys, today I want to talk to you guys about your PR on paper and how that does not define you, and and basically how this new concept can help you raise your mental capacity in high jump and what you believe you can achieve, which is going to help you get higher bars. All right. So the very first concept that we must understand is that whatever we've ever jumped on paper is not the best that we're ever capable of, right? So basically, what that means is, y'all, let's say you have a 6'2 PR and you were able to jump 6'2 in a competition, like a meet day competition, right? And you've never jumped that high ever anywhere else, not in practice, not anywhere else, right? But on paper, it says 6'2, right? One thing you have to have in your mind and understand that although on paper it says 6'2", I have a belief that I am better than 6'2", right? Because if you never have that belief that you are better than that 6'2" bar, how do you ever expect to be able to achieve more than that, right? You won't, okay? If if a child never had the belief that they could potentially walk like a newborn baby, they would never achieve that. If everyone they ever saw was walking around, well, just crawling around, they would never ever try to think to stand up and get up and walk. But the fact that they see other people walking around, a newborn can try and get up and walk, or a toddler can try and walk because they see everyone else doing it. Their mental capacity and self belief was raised by those around them. Okay? But in a high jump sense, what we're trying to explain is basically if we think about a jumper, let's say like a Mutaz Barshim, or one of the greatest high jumpers who've ever competed, number two on the all-time list. He has a personal best of around 7'11" in high jump. Okay. But there have been clips and videos of us seeing Barshim go over 8 feet because he's attempting a world record, and him have like 2 to 3 inches on that 8 feet bar, right? So from that concept, we can understand that Barshim, he's a 8'2", 8'3" type of talent. Okay? He was never able to officially get over it and clear it in a meet because maybe he clipped it, his hip came down, or something happened. But when we're talking about his overall ability and his talent and what he's capable of, he's an 8'2", 8'3" talent, even though his PR on paper says 7'11". So he can go out there and jump like an 8'2", 8'3" talent with that kind of mindset, right? Because even the times when he's cleared 7'11", he was over those type of bars by a long shot. He's the world record holder, and he can be in his own mind, right? So with that kind of concept, we have to understand what does that mean for ourselves, and what do we believe about ourselves, right? Do we believe that all we're capable of is what we've ever done on paper? Because if that is your belief, prepare for that to be your PR and let that remain all you've been able to put down on paper, if that is your belief. But if we want to overcome that concept and understand that we are capable of more and that we can do more, we have to tell ourselves, man, okay, I jumped 7 feet, or I jumped 6'6" in practice, or I jumped 6'6" in a meet. But I know in my heart, in my soul, I'm about to train. I'm about to prepare my mental and all these different things. I know that I'm better than this bar. I'm going to get higher than this bar. And you're raising your mental capacity. And you're telling yourself that although this is what I've done, I know I'm capable of more. Okay? If I was to think about, let's say, my own journey specifically, when I was during the Olympic year, my PR was 7'5", but I attempted the world record opening height of 7'8 1/4". All right. And when I attempted that height, I had some height on the bar. I had a couple inches on it. It was 7'8". I barely, I didn't clear it. I probably had the height to clear like a 7'7", 7'6.5" bare minimum. But on paper, my PR is forever like, well, not forever, but right now it says 7'5", right? But I've attempted 7'8 1/4", 3 inches above my PR. So what do I know in my mind? I know in my mind that although 7'5" has been the highest I've been able to do on paper, I know that I'm capable of a 7'6", 7'6.5", 7'7" bar, right? Because of what I've been able to do over 7'8". So I'm going into competitions thinking to myself in my mind that y'all see 7'5" on this paper. I know I'm better than that, and I'm about to go crazy, right? That is how you have to approach it if you want to be what I call a mental warrior in the sense of being able to defeat people mentally by mastering yourself, right? So that's the understanding, guys. We have to understand that the PR on paper is not our best, and we have to understand what do we believe about ourselves, and why can't we have the mindset of a 7 feet jumper even if we have a 6'8" PR? Why can't we have the mindset of a 5'6" jumper even if we have a 5 feet PR? Because you don't believe that it's possible. You have not raised your mental threshold to that point to tell yourself that and believe it. But that is a choice. That is a decision. Before anyone ever PRs physically, they have to PR mentally and understand that they're capable, right? Because if you ever PR by accident, that's just an accident, right? That's an accident and it won't happen again, most likely. Because PRs and doing the best you've ever done, those are not accidents. Those are things that happen based off of the work you put in, whether it be mentally or physically. And if you want to be able to PR at will, you have to improve your mind and you have to understand that you're capable of more, right? You're much better than what's on that paper. And until you know that, or actually not even until you know that, until you believe that in your own heart, you will not move further or you will not jump higher, at least not at the rate that you would want to. All right. So let's understand we're better than that paper, guys. But high jumpers, parents, coaches, that was everything I had for y'all today. Of course, guys, just click the link down below to submit high jump film so I can review it. And of course, you can apply for a coaching call at that same link. Free high jump strategy call with me, where I'll critique that high jump film for you live, and also walk you guys through what high jump coaching looks like if you're interested in scholarships, state championships, national championship, All American, all those great things, guys. But yeah, click the link down below if that's something you're interested in, and I'll see y'all on the next one.